first of all, love the nickname.
Thank you.
It's perfect.
Appreciate that.
Are you a person that enjoys puns like this in real life? Was this your idea?
Yeah, I like the nickname. I didn't pick the nickname. Yeah, you don't get to pick your own nickname. Megan O'Leary picked it out for me. Actually, she started calling me that on one of her trips to visit Joe at the team, and once she started saying it, everyone at the gym started saying it, and it's been like 7 years now. So it's just. You just stuck. Yeah, you don't pick your own nickname. Someone calls you it, someone else calls you it. Before you know it, everyone calls you that, and you're like, shit, that's what my name is, I guess, you know.
So you're not too happy with it?
No, I like it. Yeah, I don't mind it. Just it just happened. It's just how it happened.
Oh, so you're just being like, oh,
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, gotta ask about it. I see that you don't have your tooth.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of like late training thing or?
No, I've had this for a long time. I just started rocking it. Yeah, you just play the hand you're dealt, you know what I mean? You just got to go with what you got. I might get it fixed, I might just leave it. I don't know.
So it's more of a fashion choice.
That's right, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. When it comes to your record, a little bit of
mixed.
Mixed, yeah. You had a win, you had a loss, you had a win. So right now it's time for a win, I guess.
It's time for a win, and then a win after that, and another win. And more wins, yeah.
So that's what you're planning to do, and what's your game plan? How are you going to achieve it?
I mean, I'm going to see how it goes fight night. I think I can fight with him everywhere. I think I can stand with him. I think I can take him on the ground. I mean, wherever the fight goes, I'm going to look for the finish, and I'm going to be ready. I feel prepared for anything that could happen in the fight. Game plans are cool, but fights are chaos. You know, you actually get in a fist fight, you never know what's going to happen. So. I like to have a little game plan, but I also like to be able to understand that whatever the hell happens, I'm gonna be ready for it.
Yeah, that's what a wise man once said. That everybody has a game plan until they get punched in the face. Yeah,
100%.
But obviously you have studied your opponent, so what do you expect to happen? Like you have to have some idea.
Yeah, I think he's gonna come forward and try to fight me in the pocket and push the pressure and. I'm going to give him some long, straight punches to make sure he stays nice and far away from me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And after the fight, obviously, you win, and then you win another one and another one, as we just said. And where does it take you?
I'm going to be a world champion. I'm going to put these wins together until I get a belt around my waist. That's the goal. I mean, that's the plan. It's always been the plan. I'm the best 145-pound fighter in the world. I really believe that, and I want to show that. I want to get these wins rattled off so people know I'm serious when I say that. And then I want to get that world title belt. I'm going to get my world title belt, and which is everyone's goal, right? That's the whole point. But I'm going to be a world champion, and then I'm going to venture off into other things. You know, you see guys like Faber or Danny Castillo who had great careers, and then they built other things outside of fighting. That's what I want to do. I'm going to get a belt. I'm going to build a couple little businesses in Sacramento and get some revenue going, and then who knows?
The big payday.
Yeah, that's right. And maybe I'll take this tooth to Hollywood.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's right.
And tell me once again, because I can see that the showmanship is there, the charisma is there, and it's also really important. It's some people even say that it's as important as the skills.
100%. I mean, you can paint it up in corporate sponsorships, you can put us in matching sweatsuits, whatever, but fighting will always be a circus, man. It'll always be entertainment. It'll always be as much about the sport as it is about the show, Football, people watch football to see football or whatever, and watch commercials and other bullshit. Like, people watch fighting to be entertained. Like, they watch fighting for a show, for a spectacle, We're somewhere in between pro wrestling and
that's actually my next question.
We're somewhere between pro wrestling and organized sports. Like, I think it will always be in that little niche, no matter how big the sport gets. Will always be a circus, and I love it.
Yeah. And what we get with you, is this a character or is this you?
No, everything you see is me. Yeah, I don't.
What you see is what you get.
This is what you see is what you get. I don't fake anything. I think it's important. I see people fake it sometimes, and you can always tell. Like, it's just not me. Whether it's in fighting or. If we were talking and there was no cameras here, like, what you see is what you get. This is me. I don't know how to fake it. I'm always going to be 100% real. So.
And you think with guys like the guys who are famous for their trash talk or for their promos, you could say, like Sonnen, like McGregor. Do you think it's also a part of them, or is this more of a character? Is this like?
No, I think fighting especially. most of the people that you're going to talk to are genuine. Obviously, when there's people around, when people pay money to get in the door and watch you fight, and you're in a big arena, like, of course you're going to amplify your own personality, but it's still your personality. You know, I think people see the fake in a lot of things, and they can smell it when people are faking it, and to be genuine is very important. And I think a lot of the guys, the big personalities in the sport, are pretty genuine for the most part. I think that's the best part about the sport is that you really get to see who people are, you know.
And the last question I would like to ask you, because you mentioned professional wrestling, and I think it's quite interesting because we had obviously in the UFC we don't know yet, CM Punk. And what do you think about him, both as a person, as a fighter?
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah,
CM Punk's
does he have a
awesome.
future in MMA?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he was at the top of pro wrestling. Pro wrestling's not an easy job. Yeah, he was a superstar at pro wrestling, one of the best pro wrestlers of the last 10 years.
Probably still is.
Yeah, it still probably is one of the best wrestlers of the last 10 years, right? And you know, he got in the cage, and he had a loss, but he still got in the cage. He still put in a long training camp at Rufus Sport, which is one of the best gyms in the world. I mean, he did all the things right. He did all the things that it takes to be a fighter. So yeah, I give him a lot of credit. People think that being a pro fighter is about just getting in the cage. Like, it's about getting your ass kicked and showing up every day. It's about getting your ass kicked and keep showing up to the gym and keep grinding and keep working on what you're bad at. And you know, he has a lot of work ethic, and he got in the cage, which is more than most people can say. So I support CM Punk 100%. I think it's awesome, and I think high tide rises all ships. So you have someone like that who has a huge following. He comes into the UFC. Now we have 2 million more UFC fans because of him. You know, it's fucking.
Yeah.
I'm not a hater, man. I support everybody. If someone's doing their thing, I support it. You know.
That's an amazing attitude, and I really wish you all the best in your fight.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.